welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and I'm your go-to friend for tech beauty, tech fitness. But today I want to talk about something very special, very dear to my heart, which is UX. Also stands for user experience. Now you may have came across this term because there were so many ads that ran across during a few years of remote lifestyle. And there's been a lot of boot camps that advertised. I personally came across so many. There were really big surge of this UX world growing. Now, you might be wondering, what does UX do? Is it a graphic design? Is it a developer, like coding and all that? Or is it IT? So I'm here to kind of talk about what UX is, and this is a very common question I get all the time. And what is the difference between UX design, UI design, UX research? To clarify, UX is a very, 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 very big umbrella that covers everything related to users' experience. You cater to specific audience and what their needs are, what their wants are, and making sure that it becomes so second nature that they don't have to think when they make this progress. The true UX is unbiased. It doesn't force you to buy things. It doesn't persuade you then you actually need it. So UX should be, if you're looking for something and in that category, let's say I was looking for a facial lotion and I needed something, and UX would actually help you to find a product, understand what you're getting, and also to purchase it quickly, easier, without much struggle. That is the goal. Usually, in order for that to happen, there's multiple type of jobs there has to be placed. It's not just someone who designs website. In order for someone to purchase a product like lotion I just talked about, you have to really understand what that person desires and what that person needs. For example, if I need to purchase a moisturizer, then first thing I think of is, okay, what are the ingredients in it? Does it have scents? Okay, what are benefits and all of that sorts, right? So ingredients could be like things like glycerin, water, of that sort. Some people have allergies, so to cater to that, there's all sorts of that. So UX designer job is so that on either website or app to make the progress very smooth as possible. Now UX design actually covers a big umbrella of many things. For example, UI design, which is just the screen, the pretty layout design. And then also UX research, which is what I did, and strategy. So in order for you to get to UX strategy, you have to understand what UX is. And then UX research is like the fundamentals of learning about your audience, aka users. Even though you use the word design, it's not graphic design. Everyone in my family and everyone around me used to think I made pretty cute designs, and every time someone needed a cute graphic, they just decided to reach out to me. But no, that's not what I do. So I come from a very different field. I worked in finance and I had no idea about UX design, okay? I used to think that UX designer coded. So very, very different field. But I actually studied to learn what UX design was. So I actually learned UX design through Bootcamp. I am a very, very proud Bootcamp alumni over here, okay? I know some traditionalists don't like boot campers, but if you put your heart into it and you're capable of being very dedicated through bootcamp too, you could actually start your tech career. So the bootcamp I actually signed up was Springboard, and here's why I actually liked Springboard. So Springboard has multiple things that are great. Yes, they have the fundamental learnings. Yes, they have mentors and they have career coach, but what I really liked the most was it was affordable. For me, cost was the number one thing, because switching career, it seems so distant when you have financial problems. Now, also Springboard, what they provide is a way for you to pay a very small down payment and then for you to actually pay it after you graduate. So they have a deferred payment and it's a fixed fee. So whenever you graduate, and then it gets divided from there. So I really wanted to use that. To be honest, I looked at 3 competitors: Springboard, the General Assembly, and Flatiron School, I believe. And out of the three, I chose Springboard because one of the financial issues, two was because it was much more flexible. So at the time, which was 2020, when I was applying for Springboard Bootcamp, only Springboard at the time offered self-paced and flexibility that I needed. It was remote. My mentor was remote. The mentor I chose was in the time slot that I will be available in. Also, they really did a great match with mentor for me because my mentor taught me to talk when I needed to, and for me to communicate my needs and wants as an employee too. So he really taught me how to be myself and without just burning myself out. And I'm not gonna lie, going into any field as a newbie, it's difficult. It takes you a bit, okay? Don't believe people. I'm sorry, maybe you're lucky, but I didn't get so lucky finding a job right away after I graduated bootcamp. It took me a few months to get my portfolio done correctly, speak with multiple mentors, and also talk to my career coach on weekly basis. So I had this going on and reiterating my resume and all of that sort. So it's a progress that took a long time. I actually was feeling really down because I felt like no one wanted me. I wasn't skilled enough, especially compared to those that graduated from like graduate school with UX design. But what I learned is actually persistence is what really paid off. I ended up getting a job from one of the top companies in marketing world who shall remain nameless, and I was extremely happy to land the job because I also got a 6-figure salary right off the top. I actually got a few offers from top tech companies and top marketing companies, and all the offers were 6 figures. So, I'm not gonna say that it's always the case, but I really found a way to land this job. It definitely came down to the transferable skills that I already had under my belt. But had I not known any UX skill set, I wouldn't have even been qualified to prepare for anything. Now, you can do UX on your own. Like, you could make your portfolio on your own, you could research on your own, but the problem is you don't know how to narrow it down to like getting into the point of what you really need, right? You really need a portfolio, but even in the portfolio you could show skill set, but where are you gonna go learn the skill set? Yes, you could do it on your own. I mean, if you're able to learn it on your own, perfect. But for me, I really needed step-by-step guidance. I needed someone to go click here to learn this tool, of that baby steps that I really needed from transitioning from a completely different field to tech. I also needed emotional support because job search, let me tell you, was painful, okay? It was not easy. It was the most dreadful moment of my life. I'm so used to getting a job at the interview and employers tell me how much they want me to work for them. So it hurt my egos, it hurt my pride, but more than that, it hurt my budget. So definitely learned how to grind, how to be persistent, and how to stay true to what I really want to do. So during my career search, I really needed the career coaches to encourage me and guide me, and seriously, even saying, hey, you're doing fine. Yeah, you keep doing this. Look at how far you've come. I just needed that little pat on the shoulder, So as soon as I accepted an offer, I had to tell my career coach. He was so delightful. We like jumped and shout over emails, over, like I was the exclamation mark shouting with bolts. Yeah, we did that. And we also had calls where we were like, oh my goodness, this is so awesome, right? And the conclusion we came to was that for me, just for me, I'm like a crock pot. Okay, I needed simmering time in order for all the flavors in me to really make a beautiful harmony, and that was my UX work. It just needed a little more time than maybe other people. But at the end of the day, I got the best job I ever could have and wanted, and I ended up with a beautiful team that supported me so much. So, whew. Was it worth it? Yeah, especially knowing that financial wasn't the main burden. I was able to switch my career and not be so focused financially. So after I started my job, I started paying it off, and happily now completely paid off. So yeah, that was my UX journey. Also, if you're coming back to my channel and you're like, what is she talking about? Why is she talking about UX? Then click here for my previous video explaining the transition to tech on my channel. But yeah, I am happy to answer your questions. So please comment if you have any questions about UX or switching into career into UX. This video is not sponsored by Springboard. However, because I really love the program and because I found out that they have a discount code for $1,000 off your career track, and it doesn't have to be for just UX. It could be any career track program that they have, and you get $1,000 off, which is a huge bonus, you know? So feel free to use it. I'll put it right here. And yeah, I really hope that this helped you to think about the direction you want to go with your UX career. I purposely didn't make a explaining what is UX video because I feel like by the time you reach this video, you've probably watched 20 of them. So yeah, I wanted to just talk about how I got there quickly and how I made it into UX world and how UX has changed my life. But with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about UX and tech tools that I like to review on my channel. Well, that was it for me, and see you next time. Bye!